What's going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down a matchup against our division rival, Miami Dolphins. So let's squish the fish. But realistically, the Dolphins, they're not going to be a laughingstock like they were last year. I mean, they are not a team that's been noticed by a lot of people, and they made a lot of good moves this past offseason. They overpaid some players, Byron Jones, Shaq Lawson, for example. But, I mean, they got better, and this team is going to be good in the future. I don't know if they're going to be able to all piece it together the first year, but they'll definitely be competing. Let's look at the quarterback matchup between Tua Tagovailoa, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh Rosen, and Josh Allen. I'm taking Josh Allen over any of those guys. Fitzpatrick, journeyman quarterback, nearing the end of his journey. He might start for the first couple games in Miami, but after that, I expect them to pass the torch to Tua. And Tua, I mean, he comes in with some injury concerns, and I know the guy's got a lot of talent, but we have to see how it translates to an NFL field before we can say that he's above Josh Allen in any way, shape, or form. Josh Allen made the playoffs last year. He's a playoff caliber quarterback, and we can't just say Tua is better than Josh Allen without even seeing him throw one single pass in the NFL, especially with injury concerns. I mean, it would be completely unfair and blasphemy to say that Tua is already better than Josh Allen. It's just not how it is. Looking at the running back position, Jordan Howard was not exactly efficient, or he wasn't exactly what he was expected to be when he joined the Philadelphia Eagles last year. I think Jordan Howard's got a lot of potential, and he can be a lethal back in the NFL, like he proved his first 2 years in Chicago, posting over 1,000 yards his first year. I mean, Jordan Howard, he can be a good running back, but Devin Singletary was third in the NFL in average yards per carry as a rookie, and he only played 12 games. So if he plays a full season, expect his numbers to climb. And we got Zach Moss officially signed recently as well. That's huge for this team. Zach Moss, Devin Singletary over Jordan Howard any day of the week for me as well. I'll take those two over any running back in our division, including Le'Veon Bell. Now at the tight end position, Miami has the advantage here. Mike Gesicki, very young, talented tight end. I'm expecting him to be one of the league's best tight ends in the next couple years. I mean, George Kittle, Travis Kelce. We'll see if he can reach that level. I think he does have the potential to. And he's got the advantage over the Bills. Dawson Knox he just needs to be more reliable for the Bills. I expect him to continue to grow, get more consistent, have big catches. He's got amazing talents. Dawson Knox has the ability to make some unreal catches for the team, but we need to see it more consistently before we can compare him to Mike Gesicki. With the 18th pick in the NFL draft, the Dolphins selected offensive tackle Austin Jackson. I really believe he has potential to be one of the league's premier offensive tackles. I really like what I saw from him at USC, but right now I'm taking the Bills' offensive line over the Dolphins. There's just more continuity there. I mean, these guys are going to be working together for the second year straight, and it's 5 returning guys again. And, I mean, that is huge for any offensive line. If you can bring back a whole offensive line unit and have them piece by piece all together, they're just going to be able to bond and grow together. They're going to know what they want to do on any given play. Zone reads, they're going to be able to do that stuff much easier. It's going to come to their mind much quicker what they need to do for any given assignment. I'm taking the Bills' offensive line on this one. The Miami Dolphins defensive line, I really like what they're doing. I mean, they've gotten Christian Wilkins, and that's a big guy. I mean, Christian Wilkins, he can get to the quarterback. I expect him to be good for years. along with some other pieces. They've got Shaq Lawson goes to the Dolphins this year, and I expect him to have extra motivation when we play against them. He's going to be extra motivated to get to Josh Allen and throw it in the face of the Bills fans. We'll see how that works for him. I mean, I really like what the Bills have on offensive line. Should be able to stop them. But I love what the Bills have done on defensive line, and it fits in with our defensive scheme perfectly. The Bills brought in a number of solid pieces on the defensive line. Quentin Jefferson, Mario Addison, Vernon Butler. The defensive line is solid. We have Harrison Phillips coming back. A lot of rotational pieces that can make impact plays for this team. The Bills' defensive line has so much depth. I'm taking the Bills' defensive line over so many units in the NFL and over the Miami Dolphins' defensive line unit as well. At linebacker, the Dolphins got stronger here as well. They're looking like the New England Patriots with Kyle Van Noy and Landon Roberts along with Raekwon McMillan. But I love the Buffalo Bills linebacking core. Tremaine Edmonds, young kid, only 22 years old. Are you kidding me? He's going to be a beast for years to come, and I expect him to make his statement as one of the league's best linebackers in the NFL this year. Matt Milano, who is all over the place. He's in on every tackle the team makes. If you watch the replays, he's in on almost every tackle. AJ Klein coming in, more familiarity with the Carolina Panthers. That's huge for our defense. And Tyler Matakovich, who's a special teams specialist. I mean, led the NFL in special teams tackles last year with 16. Huge additions for the Bills linebacking core. The Dolphins had solid pickups as well, but I love the linebacking core in Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo's linebacking core. Let's look at the secondaries for this team, and this is actually a very intriguing matchup. Xavier Howard and Byron Jones at corner for the Dolphins, along with Eric Rowe and Bobby McCain at safety. That's a very good defensive secondary unit, and I give a lot of credit to the guys in Miami who built that, although they overpaid Byron Jones. But the Bills' defensive secondary is, I don't know how to say it. It's on another level. I mean, Tre'Davious White is the best corner in the NFL. You can say him or Gilmore, but Tre'Davious White's younger, and he's got a huge body of work ahead of him. He's the better corner for the future and for right now. Josh Norman, Levi Wallace, Teron Johnson. That's a lot of depth at corner as well. Then backed at safety by Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, two ball hawks. That's a great secondary matchup for both teams. But I'll take Buffalo's secondary over Miami's any day of the week. This group's been together longer, and the Bills' defensive secondary is one of the NFL's best, if not the best in the NFL. But like I was saying earlier, I really don't expect these games to be blowouts on either side. I expect them to be fierce battles. There's a lot. This rivalry is going to be renewed this year, I believe. The Dolphins aren't a joke anymore, and the Bills they have high expectations for the first time in a long time. So, the Dolphins, we're going to need to squish the fish, and we're really going to need to squish them this year because I expect them to be, the Bills and Dolphins should be the top two teams in the AFC East, in my opinion. I know the Patriots are still there. They've still got Bill Belichick, and I'm not counting them out. They're still the team to beat in the AFC East, but I believe that the two best teams, the way that they're built, are the Bills and the Dolphins. So these two teams should be the ones who are competing for the AFC East championship. The Bills should be able to win the division because, we've got more continuity on our team and we're more experienced. We should be able to win the division. But if there's a team that's going to have something to say about it, I really expect the Miami Dolphins to be that team this year. We should be able to beat them twice. We play in Miami earlier in the season, week 2. And the the last game of the season. I expect a lot of our starters to be out by this game. I mean, we should have clinched a spot at this point already. If not, there's a problem. But week 17 in January in Buffalo, we should be able to win that game no matter what. The Dolphins coming in from Miami into the Buffalo cold, there's no excuse for us not to win that game. We should be able to win both games, and I mean, I'm super excited to see it this year. This rivalry will be renewed in 2020 and for years to come. So watch out for the Bills-Dolphins rivalry to take off in the next couple of years. Super excited about it. Let's squish the fish. Thank you for watching Bills Mafia.